so we're getting somewhere. Make Fireball Black Tina to the 88 style, Black Betty to 78, and finally change Uniroll tires and never done projects.
Ever since we started using Jogger, the 6X to
the letters bright orange and we'll be flamed with black box. Never done projects. Like and subscribe. Comment. And consider joining the members.
Welcome to Never Done Projects. Yeah, that's the name. We are the original cellular YouTube channel on your internet machine. The best you ever seen. Hit that like button now. Subscribe for a while. Comment what you think is true. Join our members crew. Only $4.99 a month. That's the steal. That's the stuff. On the wall by the road, you'll be a part of our family. No religion, talk no politics, hear no controversial junk, no fear, no outlandish stuff, no way, just good vibes every single day. Don't need no inappropriate conduct here.
No time for stupidity.
And always try to have a good time and make yourself happy while doing something today you can smile about tomorrow. Only $4.99 a month. That's the steal, that's the stuff. All right. Happy Saturday afternoon. Lily Loves Jesus said first. Vic says, oi, oi. Hello, Vic.
I heard that big fella really likes Chevrolet.
Lily says hi. DeRay, hello, Lily. Vic. DeRay says, hey, the office looks clean. Thank you. I do have a bag back there I set on there. I need to move it before somebody says anything, but yes, we did straighten up a little bit.
Did you turn on Wi-Fi? Though it looks clear, so I think it'll be okay.
I have not.
You can turn off the main light if you want.
Do I need to?
Yeah, your head's pretty bright.
Oh, I mean, I thought about I did not turn the. Y'all tell us if you rather had the light on or off. Matthew said, hell yeah, and says hi. Red Truckin' 7377 says hi to Irwin. Please, he's in the hospital. Irwin, hello.
Hello, Irwin.
Sorry to hear you in the hospital. OBS will be praying. OBS says I had stuff to get done today, but I'm on my own boss, and today I got away from me, took the day off, got lazy. I understand.
Been there all day, buddy.
Yeah, we did get a little bit done, but not a very lot. Jane said I sing that damn song in my head all the time.
You're welcome.
That's what we want. Oi, Vic, she said. Real says hello, sir. Hello, Real. And Jane says, hey, Pops and R3.
Hello.
Alexa said yes. DeRay said, I bet Pops is a good and great dancer. I got two left feet planted on the ground. I can't dance. I wish I could. Jane said, hey, DeRay. Daryl said, Lowell didn't even read mine. It's not up here, Daryl.
Oh, you want live chat? Make sure you scroll up. Well,
wait a minute.
Why.
Might be why. Let it reset. Let me find out where am I at. Nope. It's not on here, Daryl. Sorry. Try it again. I'll read it next time. Red Trucking said, I just said that. Jane said, hi, Alexis, and hi, Real. Real says, hello, Jane, man. Jane said, Irwin, get better. Yes, please. And Jane said, hey, OBS. Red Trucking said, is my son. We got prayers out for him, buddy. DeRay said, Jane, hello, and how are you? Red Trucking said, Irwin is my son. I understand, and like I said, we're praying for him. If you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your son and why he's in the hospital, if you don't mind. Don't want to get in your business, but at least we know what we're praying for. Jane says, hi, Lily, and Traveling Dreams said, hey, guys. Hello, Traveling Dreams. Red Trucking, Real said, isn't OBS record app for PC? Don't know. OBS is
OBS is a program for the computer.
Yeah, that's
but
what
OBS is also old body style.
Yeah, old body style, I think is what he's referring to. Jane said, hi, Dreams. Alexis said 1. Lily says, hi, Jane. Jane says, hi, Alexis. And Red Trucking repeats that again about us being his son. Oh, Red Trucker said he has cancer. We are so sorry. There's a few people in there that deal with it, and we understand. K3 says, nice. Real says, AM lag. Jane says, hi, Kevin. Daryl said, Jane. OBS says, hi, Jane. Alexa said, car. Handy says, give me a foot job. Red Trigger said, I'm gonna feel emotional. Well, let's try not to. We'll try to do everything we can for you, buddy. Mike said, let's try this again. Hi, guys. How, now that I'm on the correct account? Hello, Mike. And Mike, how's Henry doing? Hadn't heard from him in a while. And Anima Santa says, who flucking duck? Ducking? Don't know what exactly. Jane said, Red, I'm sure. How old is your son? Beth said, hello, everyone. Hello, Beth. Lily said, how was your day today? Started off kind of rough. Still got my mind on this blood pressure crap. But we did get a little bit moving around today. So it was hot, but at least I wasn't at work. Jane said, hi, Mike. And John said, IP daily. Oh, right. Good job, John. I think that's what your body is designed to do. Daryl said, Mike. Jane said, hi, John. You got your, let's see. Perfect. We don't do that here. Please find another way to talk, or please leave. Real said, sir, I go make my game. I'm still develop it. I post 3 videos today. All right, Real. Jane said, Red, I'm sure you're feeling emotional. I'll be praying for your son. Jane said, perfect, another gentle. Mike said, I'm currently having enough problems working on things without him screwing it up worse.
Hey, that UPS package was finally delivered. Just now.
No, it
But I
hasn't.
didn't wait for it because it said originally from 12 to 3.
Jane time perfect out. Thank you, Jane. If he comes back starting anymore, just hide him from the channel. Lily says, yeah, it is really hot lately. Jane says humidity is 98% today. Beth said, Henry says, check messenger.
Yeah, humidity right now is 94 here.
He's face down, ass up, ain't he? I like that. Let's see. Mike says, hi, Daryl. How have you been? Jane says, hi, Beth. Daryl said, brainless lately, Mike. We get there. We understand. Alexis said, Mountain Dew. Daryl said, honestly, checked out. Savannah, boiled egg. I'd like to have some boiled eggs.
I like boiled eggs with some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I told Randy I'd like to mix them up like deviled eggs and make me some sandwich and stuff. I did talk to my real close friend, AI. I've got all kinds of water here for him while I'm talking to him. And we stay cool. And kind of put me on a plan. So, yeah, we working on this thing. Lotus said, hello, Lotus. Lotus said, what's up, Daryl? You guys floating away up there yet? Hey, Jane. Nap Doze said, why is B cold? Because it was sitting in between AC. I just wanted to make you smile. I like that. Jane said, Pops, do you like egg salad sandwiches?
I do.
Yes. Kind of depends. Now, I don't like, a lot of people put like celery and stuff like that in it. I don't like that kind of stuff, but I'm going to have to start eating some stuff I don't like. So, yes, I would. Daryl said, Lotus, it's actually getting better. Obius says, I love hard-boiled eggs and deviled eggs and egg salad sandwiches. Well, like I said, I like to take mine and make it up like I'm making deviled eggs. And then what's left over from the deviled eggs, I'll put it in a container. And then I'll make sandwiches out of it for a couple of days. I love it. Randy says, not him. He don't like it. But
Deviled eggs? No.
I am going to have to. What I think I'm going to do is get Randy to stop and buy some eggs. And that way I don't have to try to boil the water here. But I might get him to boil me about a dozen of them so I can carry them with me to work and stuff. Let's see. I've eaten 6 damn eggs today. Breakfast, lunch, and I ate right before the live there.
New channel, Emble.
Oh, cool. I like that. Jane said, hi, Nap. Hi, Lotus. Lotus said, is the plan to try the hummus?
Hummus.
Well, is that what?
That's what Maria said.
But that said humans.
Hummus.
No wonder I told her, I kept it all that, told her no, I wasn't
Yeah, that's
planning
why
on
she
it.
asked why you were yelling.
I thought it said humans.
Hummus.
I don't know what the hell humans is.
Hummus.
I don't know what that is.
They told you.
Who the freak told me?
Lotus. It's not my fault you didn't open the chat.
Oh, yeah, I ain't
Shame.
got it yet.
Shame.
I'm sorry then.
No. No.
Do it again. Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
No.
Daryl said Tanya is allergic to eggs but loves them. I like eggs, but she don't like it when I eat them. I bet not. Mario says I love old ladies. So Jane says I like the celery in there because I like the crunchiness. So that's the reason I don't like onions, because I don't like the way it crunches. Lotus said, you mean Yardbird nuggets? John said hard-boiled eggs, good. Hate egg salad. Eggs also okay in potato salad. Jane said, Mario, that's a myth. John said, hummus is Garbazino beans. Okay, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I just asked it for suggestions for names on my blue truck. You know what the top one is? Blue Mule. I don't know if I can take
I don't
that.
think we could use that one.
Blue
Somebody might not like it.
Blue Devil fits the dark blue and gives her attitude. Blue collar.
Lotus said hummus is a great tasty dip for bread. Okay,
blue bastard.
I guess I do owe Maria an apology then. Daddy with the capital D said crack that whip. Yes. Justin, I do want to apologize, buddy. I didn't even think about it. I thought you were leaving yesterday, and when I didn't realize you were still mowing.
That was my mistake.
I do feel bad that we went to eat and you wasn't a part of it. I thought you were going to Charlotte yesterday. Jane said hummus is made with mashed chicken peas. OBS says, yep, nope, I hate onions and other crap in my egg salad. I just regular egg salad with no extra shit. I got you, OBS, that's me. I don't like all that extra stuff. Jane said, hey, Justin. Alexa said, Gray's house just in doing tour. Okay. Jane said, well, it depends on what blend of spice you put in. And Miss Maria says, hello, Pops. Maria, if you didn't hear me, I apologize. I read that wrong. I thought you were putting human. It was human, whatever it was. I have no idea what it is, even though Lotus must have told me, but I was thinking you were making a joke about eating human parts. And I was not hollering at you. Alexa said boat. Jane said hi, Maria. Lotus said my wife gets a roasted red pepper hummus and
Hummus.
y'all.
Forget it by the
If
end
I
of the
say it wrong, just ignore me.
Okay.
And if I don't say it good enough, read the chat.
Pass.
And
That was my best friend.
now bread is good. Daddy with a capital D said I lived. I'll be all right. Yeah, but I hated it. It made me feel bad. Jane said, so mashed eggs, question mark, no other shit, lol, like mayo and mustard. Well, I do put mayo and mustard to make my mashed potatoes, make my deviled eggs.
There you go.
Alexa said boat. Oh, cool. I like that.
Has to do with the blue truck, which is now going to be called blue collar. But it did that. I freaking like that.
I figured
might
they'd
be-
put it on the door though, but I like it.
Yeah. I'll ask you to move it from the.
No, I like it there. I mean,
I
you
would
do
like
whatever
that
you
better
want,
on the
but.
door, but that would look good on the white and blue truck.
Mhm.
Oh man, that looked good as crap.
Maria says, human, who the F you think I am? I thought you were making a joke because you used to. Now, you got off of it now, but you used to say we had humans here, you know, and stuff. So that's the reason I didn't look at it long. I apologize. I said it. Maria said, Jeffrey Dahmer, question mark. Lotus said, I don't know if I do. Hummus in a can, though, Maria. Maria said, it's hummus. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get it wrong. OBS said, yes, Jane, I can do mustard and some mayonnaise in my egg salad. Rainbow Rings said another begging channel. I don't recall begging you for anything. Only thing I will ask you to do is hit a thumbs up, like and subscribe. And if you don't like, buddy, we appreciate your
Did you know for only 16 cents
to the day you can help us out.
you
But no.
can support our better eating habits and make sure we don't have high blood pressure or
Yeah.
a big old belly where I can't even see my belly anymore.
Yes,
It's only 16
cent
cents
a day. Can y'all please help us out? We'll even put your name on the wall and out by the road.
for only
$4.99 a month. That's the
the
new
steal.
steal. That's the
the
stuff. Damn, I messed it up again.
Steel.
Boo!
Boo! Boo!
Jane said, okay, you said no other shit. Lol, I was giving you shit. Lotus said, I want a boat. That might be a goal for soon. Mike says, any progress on the sign? I'm down to the last one, Mike, and I was hoping to try to hang it today, but it didn't happen. So I'd like to work on it probably tomorrow to see if we can at least hang one of them. Jane said, well, Lotus, my boat floated up on the dock at the lake yesterday. OBS said, next year I'm starting my own blue 3500 HD tow truck wrecker build I'm painting it blue and calling it Project Iceberg.
Heck
We got something, but we can't quite settle on it yet, but it's coming. We got
Okay.
something.
1 or 2?
What's the difference? I see that looks better, but what, dude?
1 or 2?
I like that better.
I do too. Number 2. I like the black wheels with like the chrome on that with the stainless, but that just look good. I better stop. Stop talking to my best friend here.
Let's see. Beth said, Randy, what would you do if you made it 24 hours without getting under Maria's skin? I don't know. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Lotus said, did they get it off the dark yet, or is it going to be a fun job? Jane said, OBS, that sounds good. Alexa said 12 and 12. Bird Lovers said hi. Hello, Bird Lovers. Real said, sir, UPC is virus.
Okay.
Maria says, you can't see your belly.
Exactly. That's the point.
No, he was going to say something else, but he kept it clean for the
I kept
video.
it clean for the YouTubes.
Jane said, Lotus, check your phone. Lotus says, nope, I get you addicted to Debbie's. Lotus said, hey, Mike. Mike said $4.99 a month. Well, he didn't say a month. He just said $4.99.
$4.99.
And hi, Lotus. Lotus said, just push real hard, Jane. It should come off the dock eventually. Maria said, Beth, he's always under my skin, even if he didn't make anything. Jane said, Pops, make sure you don't add salt to anything for the next 2 weeks.
Too late.
Well, I did add a little bit of salt to my eggs, but it's nothing y'all all haven't told me, I know, but AI's got me a little plan laid out here and thinks that, like I said, I got plenty of water to cool it down, but AI set me up on a little plan there. We or ChatGPT, so we working together here. Maria's huffing and puffing. OBS said, I hate black wheels. I polish aluminum rims. I used to really couldn't stand them. I've got to where I like them a lot better now.
There's some that don't look good, but there's a lot of them that look damn good.
It kind of has to be on the right thing to me.
Well, like Marketplace doesn't look bad with the black wheels, but I think with like the 20s we just put on the front of the Tahoe, I think it would look even better. But they'd have to be done up and be like real nice and shiny.
Let's see. Jane said grandson got it off the dock. They pulled it out for now. Beth said, Lord, Maria, I think it's funny. Lotus said, is it hurt, Jane? Arrington said, hi. Jane said, nope, Lotus, I'll send you video. Mike said, OBS, black is the new chrome. Real said, sir, I'm almost done with game because my developer, very good work. I'm happy maybe tomorrow I'll stay all live. Okay, Real, thank you very much. Daddy with a capital D said, woman. OBS said, Mike, not in my world, black is ugly as shit. Real said, Justin is just saying he's a woman. Congratulations, Justin. I'm so happy for you.
So glad you're finally getting that gender dysphoria figured out, buddy.
Lotus said, are Nutty Buddies in the plan? Not for the next 2 weeks. Arrington said, Justin trans confirmed? Question mark. Mr. Naughty said, hello, Stone Cody. Any new jobbies that made me worky on Sunday as well? Oh, I don't like working on Sunday. Jane said, I don't like working overtime anyway. Jane said, get the unsalted almost as good as, but I'm awful at putting salt on food. Mike said, I think you need to put murals on your back window of your pickup starting at $4.99 a month for big bold letters, neon orange. Not a bad idea,
I would
Mike.
do that on the orange, or not orange truck, but the blue truck.
I like that, Mike.
I do that on Marketplace, blue truck,
And
all four of our stickers.
I do when I do the side of Vivo trailer, I do want to put it somewhere on there, maybe on the back where people follow it. Daniel said, sup everyone, happy Sunday. I'm sorry. Daniel said, what's up everybody, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
I said Sunday because of Mr. Noddy having to work as well on Sunday.
Everybody, we do have some bad news to share with you. The racetrack that we usually go to around here that we've not been to in almost 2 years has officially been sold.
It has been sold, but I don't think they're closing it down. So we got to wait and see exactly where we're supposed to go and do the burnouts. They are going to be. It's going to be run under the same management until October. I think it's October 17th, and then it will change hands. Lotus says, I have. Lotus said, hey, I have black wheels. They look good too. Jane said, I have black wheels. OBS says, nope. I'm the 90s cat. All my trucks have polished aluminum rims. Chicken, that's one good thing about customization. Everybody sees everything different. Some people absolutely hate them, and I'm going to tell you that's the way OBS is talking out there. That used to be the way I felt. I didn't like colored wheels. I hated to see NASCAR guys paint their wheels, especially I think it was, I can't think of the guy now. He always run white wheels. I didn't like it. But now
white wheels look good on like the XB.
Now it's I've changed, you know, they kind of making them look good. Chicken Dough Joe says, do you have Ligma?
No Ligma nuts.
James said, hi Daniel. Fifth River Rat said police officers across America are using flock cameras for need furloughs purposes. 4 officers were arrested yesterday. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want to get into that. That's a controversial subject. Corey says, us men have 3 knees, left knee, right knee, and a weenie. James said, Joe, got another channel? Go to another channel. Zettel said, ACAB, cops want to spy on you and won't watch you as much as the government does.
I was doing surveillance one night in unmarked black Impala. And I guess I was doing a good enough job looking sketchy that the people I was watching called the law on me. And all kinds of cops showed up because they were talking about they were scared of the car sitting there watching their house. It was me! Idiots.
James said, hit the like, all you trolls. Chicken said, I figured that's where it was going. Lotus said, everybody's sending him unhealthy snacks. Let's test his resolve. For the next 14 days, I'm going to be very strong. It don't matter. I've got to keep my CDLs. Little and Four said, hey, Pops, hope life treating you better than any of us deserve.
Hello, Little and Four.
Hello, Little and Four. Zettel says, make America straight again. Lotus says, sold could be good or bad. Yeah. Like I said, the other racetrack was sold out to, what is it? IHRA, and then that shit went down south. Now it's sitting over there half tore up, not doing nothing. Mr. 90 says, because of my new job, I now have less time for Jim, kids, and my 2 wives. Stone Goldie, well, if you got less time for them, I guess you got less time for us too. But hey, remember, you're selling those 1,440 minutes. You got to choose which is best for you. Jane said, Zettel, no politics, controversial subjects. Pops, he failed the test. I see that. Zettel, please understand we don't do politics, religion, or controversial subjects. Corey says hi. Hello, Corey. Maria said, I'm still eating my humans. It's so delicious. Zettel said, the Nazis and the gays, I think you put that in here and every time you come to this channel. Maria says, humans with potatoes.
Oh, hey, your Rock Auto order was also delivered.
Lotus said, he on the chrome gets him home playing. Maria said, how did you read hummus as humans?
By making a mistake.
I did kind of like later. You just make a mistake, and evil, and later, and mispronouncing Couchy. Alexa said 14, 17. Eric says need to find another channel. Eric. Jane said hi, Mr. Nighty. Lex said, Lotus said he didn't know what hummus was and thought you misspelled it. There you go. Maria said, it's just like you read Koch as Coochie.
Don't.
You do it again, and I'm going to throw water on you. Now, I ignored it the first time.
They can't even hear it.
I hear it. You're pushing it out. It's not coming easy.
Better out than in.
No, not when the fan's blowing it over here.
It's blowing it across the whole place.
Jane said, Eric, Nunya. Maria says, you didn't even write it, Lotus. I just sent a picture. Alexis said 17, 17, 17, and 18. John said, just research egg salad hummus next. Lotus said, ID called the cops if you were creeping outside of my house. I'd call the cops if you were creeping outside of my house. OBS said, Lotus, yep, I love chrome and polished aluminum and stainless steel, but it's all got to be done right. My record will have badass painted and polished aluminum rims and lots of chrome. You'll need glasses. I can't wait to see it. Jane says, hey, little and four. I do think they need to be banned, but like I said, we don't do
I'll fix
controversial subjects. Lotus says, I didn't know your CDLs was online. Yeah, that's why it's kind of got me. It's kind of got me in a little uproar. Little Four said, "Hey Jane." Lotus said, "Okay, I sent him healthy snacks, carrots and celery." Orkara said, "Hey, any opinions of UFOs?"
So a UFO is an unidentified flying object.
That,
you mean to tell me they've identified it as an alien spacecraft, so would it not be an identified flying object?
But yeah, you're right there. But I just don't. I think if UFOs was real, they wouldn't just happen in trailer parks. We would see them everywhere. Not just in certain places. Maria said, "Okay, for the next 14 days, I'm going to eat ice cream and send you pics of it. Let's see how much you're going to be patient." Jane said, "Zettel, are you dense?" Mr. Knight said, "Stone Goldie, there is a lot of bastard in chat today." Many comments.
Yes, there is, buddy.
Yeah, I'm way behind, and every time I get close, it jumps. And these damn Zettel having to have his shit deleted's fucking up my damn comments. Alexis said 18, 19, and dog. Lotus said, "I like that. Fill the WhatsApp with snacks." Little Four says Coochie. Jane said, "Zettel, we do not talk about it in this channel. What don't you understand about that?" The real Mark Leto dude is pushing out farts. Yeah, see, he didn't think you could hear it. I was fixing to say, if he keeps on, somebody time him out. Damn, it's fucking up my damn messages. Little Floor said R3 must have had some fiber. Randy said I had eggs. Boston Bill said, hi guys, hope you're trying to stay cool. It's as hot as heck here. Have a great weekend. You too, Boston Bill.
See you, Boston Bill.
Beth said, watch out, RH3. Pops is about to rock him, sock him robot shoe. The real Martin Elio, the guy is. Randy said, Beth, he probably would. Boston Bill said, Chad, as always, love and respect. James said, I just timed him out R3, but thanks. He gets old. And hi, Bill. Hey, Bill. Mr. Knighty said, I work in car shop now. I know you like to work on trucks. If you come by my shop, I will give you an air filter, fuel filter, and a cabin filter with a discount. All right, I head your way. Maria said, I definitely as half unicorn and a cat. I identify as a half unicorn and a cat. Okie dokie. Jane said, Mr. Knighty, do you do oil changes? Jane said, Maria, unicorn? Lol, I thought you were alien. Maria said, I'm watching a movie. It's called The Invite. Alexa said 11 of 22. Maria says, I have 5% of green alien blood. She drinks it every night before she goes to bed. Jane said, sorry, Pop. Zeta wouldn't stop. You're fine. I would have just assumed he'd been deleted a long time ago so it'd quit messing up my damn chat. Mr. Knighty said, Jane, we don't oil change. We only supply oil. Maria said, I have hummus all over my clothes. Jane said, so you work at a car parts store, Mr. Knighty. OBS said, we start harvesting here soon. We run all John Deere. Whoop, whoop. She thinks my tractor sexy. Mr. Knighty said, will you watch UFC fighting tonight, Stone Cold? Nope, I don't care for it. Alexa said 11 of 22. Jane said, Maria, why? LOL. Jane said, who is fighting in UFC fight, Mr. Knighty? Maria said, I don't know. I was just mixing it with lemon. I told you. I swear to God.
That was my foot, I swear. I swear to you. I moved my foot. See?
Maria said, I love lemon and oranges. I like mangoes top two. Mangoes too. Jane said, OBS, I have a John Deere lawn trapper. I hate it. The new stuff is made so cheap. A few years back, I bought a brand new lawnmower mower, John Deere lawnmower mower. I think I made a payment or two, and my father-in-law said something about it, and I made a joke, and I said, I'll tell you what, if you want it, you can have it. You just pay it off, you can have it. And he said he'd take it. He liked it. I hated that stupid thing. He paid it off, and I took it to his house and let him have it. Mr. Knight said, yes, Jane, I work in car parts shop. I work on desk and make Chevy, and I and Gary will fight. Gary will fight in UFC. Jason said, don't worry about it. I'll save you the time and energy, and by placing myself in 5-minute timeout, message you in 5 minutes. Bye. See you, Jason. Thank you. Jane said, OBS, where are you? OBS said, I could probably do a video for the big X9 John Deere combine. I run it, has a 50-foot wide header on the front. It's about $1.3 million machine. Woo-wee! Luke Knows said, I bet you aren't allowed near kids. John said, I can now make egg salad hummus. Jane said, Lord, see you in 5 minutes, Jason. Jane said, there's something that keeps needing to be replaced in transmission on my lawn tractor.
I don't even want to hear transmissions.
Jane said, BS, you a farmer? 12 people in here, 24 thumbs up, and I finally got called up. I got 3 waters here. One of them I haven't opened, but it was kind of cold. I don't want to open it again when I got two more, but anyway. Ice cold glacier water. It's the water to go to when you're hot. OBS said, Jane, I'm out in West Central Canada. John said, Fedit tractors are overtaking John Deere because of service and repair problems. OBS said, fuck Fendit, we are all John Deere.
John Deere Green.
I said, Jane said, you know the 3 lies a farmer always tells. I bought this hat because dealership gives them free. Didn't make any money last year. Yeah, right. And Lotus said the problem is Deere won't let you fix or repair anything. Jane said I was just helping these sheep over the fence. I ain't heard that, Jane. I like it. See, John Deere said that John Deere said that to its customers, and they do not appreciate that. OBS said we love our Deere equipment, and our Deere dealer has put the other brands out of business in my area. John Deere is big out here. Maria said, is that ICGWA? It sure is. Ice cold glacier water. Lotus said, poor sheep. I bet that farmer didn't get them a pretty dress and lipstick so they could look good when they get booked. Maria says, I want to try it one day.
You want to try what?
Ice cold glacier water.
Come on by.
Send it to Iraq.
I gotta have an address.
Wait. I don't really understand exactly why we keep going back to that, because I can send it. Maria said the black door. Here, please give this to Maria, the one with the black door. Sometimes she stays at Grandma's. I don't know, but this shirt looks pretty bad in that picture. I need to quit wearing it. Lotus said, I see a red door with, and I want to paint it black.
I see. Did you know I thought that a red front door was going to look good on my house, and then I looked it up, and it means either it's paid for or the occupants are very friendly, upside down friendly. And then guess what? I also learned that a black wedding band usually means that they share spouses. And guess what color wedding band I have? Because I've not broke it yet. I broke my gray one, my blue one, my red one. I said, now I got a black one. I'm going to break this one next.
He also goes to the grocery store and gets his pineapples turned upside down and puts it in his buggy and walks around and see who talks to him.
I got to see if they're pretty enough before I sacrifice my marriage.
Maria's laughing, and Lotus says, what? Me too, black band. Yeah, Randy found out it meant you share your spouse.
Yeah.
Alexa said 7 and 26. Maria said, Pops, what color is your shirt? A faded out orange?
Okay, so if we start, when we start selling shirts, like this shirt he's got on right here, is a perfect example of one I wouldn't want to sell y'all because you see how faded it's gotten over the course of a year and a half, 2 years.
No, this one's old. This is, well, I
But
guess
still,
so.
how faded
But now,
it's gotten.
it still wears good, but you see the collar's stretched and the color has faded. But my other ones, you know, the bright ones, the bright oranges, they haven't done this. Lotus said definitely not the case. Lex said 26 and 8 and 26. Lotus said I'll share these hands but not the wife. OBS said my John Deere combine has the signature luxury package, has big fridge and heated cooler, massage recliner seat, almost too comfy. The combine runs itself. I just sit in it and babysit it. Wow, that is
That sounds like a job for me.
all I can say is farming must really pay good.
Well, all I can tell you is the trains drive themselves on the big railroad. All I'd have to do is blow the horn.
Lexus said Alexis Hubert. Maria said, did you like the dinosaur video?
Rawr.
Yes, I did. I thought it was funny. And I do have to, I told Randy then I need to go back and...
I just had my best friend here make me into a cartoon, comic book character.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh.
What was I saying before you interrupted me?
I don't know.
Shit. Oh, I told Randy we were going to have to go through and find all the ones that you've done and see which ones we need to post. And I need to go back and post them. I really want Randy's help on it because I'm not that good at doing that.
Oh, about the dinosaur.
Posting the videos.
Yeah, but you were talking about the dinosaur.
Yeah, I finished this conversation now.
Oh, okay.
John said, are you going to sell your used worn out shirts? LOL.
How much buy for?
That depends. It's got my sweat on it. Anybody want my DNA?
DNA.
Jason said, time in, since so many people like the bald headed, why not make a shirt of reflectors? O-Ring Juice said, I trust you to fix my roof. I wouldn't trust everyone to fix my roof. They have to be a licensed contractor. Lexus says, M. Maria says, okay. OBS says, we got 4 of them John Deere combines, 9 RX 640 JD quad tracks, and 4 big grain carts we used to, in case it runs class combines, but they were mice infested pieces of crap. How much land do you tend to have that kind of equipment? Marissa, I send you a lot of videos, but you didn't post them. Is Jane still here? She didn't say bye, but like I said, Maria, we've got to go back and look, and we need to go back and see if we can post them. Our Rocket White said, when I was doing the grocery store, they asked me if I wanted to bag. I told them no way. I had one for over 20 years, and that's enough for me. Jane said, yes, how many acres do you farm? Marissa, Jane, did you see the Coochie video? OBS says, we were 23,000 acres. We are downsizing. Wow. Nicholas says, hi, happy Saturday and weekend. Hello, Nicholas.
Hello, Nicholas.
John said, Nicholas said, Jane, hi. Jane said, not yet. Did you put it in the community page? No, it was, we posted it. Nicholas says, like number 26. Thank you, Nicholas. Our Rocket White said, Auto Craigslist chew that up. Oh, well, better luck next time, I guess. Jane said hi. Nicholas. Maria says, no, go to Never Done Project Shorts. Eight people in here, 26 thumbs up. Little Forest says, I live on 32,000 acres. It's not as easy as it sounds. You live on that big of a farm. Damn. 32,000 acres. Wow. Ray said, Pops, do you like lamb chops? I don't like lamb meat, no. Maria said, show us your gay voice, Pops. I don't have one, because I'm not gay.
I better be careful.
Nickel Pony said, hey, Pops and all. Hope everyone is having a good Saturday. Hello, Nickel Pony.
Hello, Nickel Pony.
Lotus said, the magnetic launch system, we're unreliable. They have been since they came out. Lexus said 27. Obia said it would take over an hour to drive pickup from our father's point piece of land to our father's south piece of land. Sometimes it's a 3-hour drive in the combine or on a tractor. Damn. Nicholas has got the American flag and peace and the hearts. Jane said 23,000 acres. Wow, I figured you had to either be in another country or north of United States if you were starting to harvest already. Jane said, hey, Nickel. Little Four said, yep, it's a nice place to explore, but it requires so much work. I bet it does. Oh, Rocket White said, my wife burns her tongue making French toast. I told her no more French cuisine because I'm tired of you burning your tongue. Nickel Pony said, hey, Miss Jane and Mr. Unbreakable, heard you in the shadows. He just stepped out. He'll be back in just a minute. Jane said, yes, do you truck farm equipment from one area to another? Maria's got some little pictures there. I can't really see what they are. Jane said, Little Four, where are you? It's just the Ray says, do you folks like drifting? Yes, that is what one of the cars I want to turn it into. I really want to learn how to do that. When I was growing up, we used to go in parking lots and play around in the snow and do stuff like that. But I've never done drifting with our cars on pavement. As far as, going to practice and stuff like that. OBS said, no, Jane, we drive our equipment, but I do have my Class 1A, so I do haul grain in winter months, so I'm a trucker part of the year. Roscoe Chicken and Waffle said, what's up, guys? Hello to Roscoe. George, cool boy, said, what's up, man? Hello, George. Gorge. Roscoe said, I need a Mini Cooper with about 500 horsepower. Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Nickel Pony said, Rocket, know your pain, but instead of my wife burning her tongue, it was the French toast got burned, but it's better now. Little Four said, just finding ranchers to lease grazing is a chore. We have electric power lines getting built next spring. I hate it, but Endemic is a pain in the ass in Oklahoma. Oh, Rocket said, speaking of moving things around, I'm blessed to grow up in the town in a horse and wagon and shopping by horse and wagon. No, that would be cool. DeRay said, one time I went drifting and found some money, so some sweet pets. Cool. George says, do you know Kenny Rogers, man? Nope, don't know him. Never met him. Little Forest says, I'm in northeastern Oklahoma. How far is that? What boyfriend was in here? Okay, Google. How far is Oklahoma from us?
Oklahoma is approximately 959 miles away, which takes about 14 hours to drive.
Oh, that ain't too bad. Jane said, OBS, you probably truck combine heads from one area to another. OBS said, Little Fool, we're up in Canada. Cool Boy said, do you like Kenny Rogers? Is what I meant. Yes, I like Kenny Rogers. Little Four says, we're built different around here. Brandon said, hello from Ohio. Hello, Brandon. Barron. Not Brandon. Barron, sorry. Barron said, hello from Ohio. OBS says, we were the biggest farming operation in the area. Mike says, Randy, Oklahoma is farther west than I am, about 90 miles state line. Wow. I need to make that trip, come up here and see y'all, Mike.
Yes, we do.
We really need to get out and just take off. If Jane can get out and go see YouTubers, so can we. Cool Boy said, my name is Gorge. How you say that? Jorge.
George.
Huh?
Jorge. George.
It ain't spelled right. My name is George, but it's not a big deal, man. I just didn't want to mispronounce it, but if it's George, I'll call you that. Sorry. Little Force says, I'm under an hour from Missouri, Arkansas and Kansas. Is that right?
Yeah.
Maria said, Pops and all old people in the chat, did you used to watch on TV when... What did you used to watch on TV when you were young? We didn't do a lot of watching TV. We were always outside playing and not in the house. But like on Friday nights, I watched Dukes of Hazzard. We watched a lot of cartoons on Saturday morning. But there wasn't a lot of TV watching. Daddy would watch Westerns or something, but I didn't want to watch them, so like I said, I was usually outside playing or something. I didn't hang around inside the house. Jane said, OBS, is your farm a family operation, and do you lease other people's land? Summons says, hi, do you know where the one piece is? No. Rocket said, sometimes when those red triangles behind you on your chair line up your head, it looks like you have horns. I know, right? There's only one person that has come in here and didn't like it. Everybody else thought it was funny. Nickel Pony said, could come to Texas, Pops, but wait a while. Weather here next week calling for temps over 100. Like I said, Nickel Pony, I want to get out and travel. We got something in the works we're trying to figure out, and we really want to start going places. OBS says, nope, we run a pilot truck and run them 50-foot headers on the front of the combines down the road. Our pilot trucks get everyone to move over and pull off the roads for us. George is George, but my name is Spanish. Now I get it. That's the way I say George. I got you now. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it was Spanish. Mike, I'll take y'all to steal your Dallas City, aka Silver Dollar City and the Beverly Hills TV car. Hillbillies TV car. Yeah, alright. I'm game. Little Four says, it like Jorge. Lotus said, Dragon Doll.
Dragon Ball.
Dragging these balls across your face.
I need you to read for a minute. Nick Boney said, Lord Mike. James said, Little Four, I was going to say that, but just thought I'd keep it simple. DeRay said, I know it's too early to be asking, but Pops, do you think about dressing up for Halloween? It's something I've always wanted to do, and I've never done it because
I dress
other
up
people
as a
don't.
sexy MF.
But
360
I would
days
like
of
to.
it.
You gonna read?
You said you needed me to.
OBS said there's a 270 high-powered rifle in all the combines riding along with the operators. Wow. Lotus says, have your combines been carjacked? George said, what did you guys eat for dinner on this beautiful Saturday?
Fried egg sandwiches with the
You want
runny
to
yolk.
sleep?
Yeah, I'm not gonna take all that crap out of that one.
You're coming right back, ain't you?
Yeah, in about 30.
30? No, you finish that shit turd off and you get back in here. Let's see here. Lotus said grilled tenderloin and rice pilaf with mixed veggies. That actually sounds pretty good. Let's see here. Mike, you can do it. I believe in you, Mike. If nobody else does, I do. I'm turning that down. I have another effing migraine. Rocket White said my wife is constantly accusing me of being insensitive, but she seems to forget when she was very, very sick. I was one that put the washer and dryer in the bedroom for her. I mean, come on now. That's the best way to be sensitive. You can't tell me that I'm desensitized or not sensitive enough and I do something nice like that. Come on now. James said, Maria, there were many old shows, the Beverly Hillbillies, the Jetsons, Gilligan's Island, Price is Right, Let's Make a Deal. What's the one that was big money, big money, big money, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, stop! That was a good one too. Let's hear. Mike said, hey, Nickel Pony. Nickel Pony said, hey, Mike, hope you are good. Lotus said, the A-Team Knight Rider, Airwolf, American Gladiators. OBS said, Lotus. Nope. With some cool shades. Alex said 6 and 29. It's just DeRay said, all right, man in red. You look beautiful. Thank you, DeRay. I do greatly appreciate it. Jane said Lotus. Lowell Maria said old people. Damn. Eric said, damn, you old. I am 27 years younger than that old man. Mike said, whammy. Don't forget my favorite Starsky and Hutch. Never seen Starsky and Hutch. But that show was called Whammy? I remember watching that a little bit. Carlos said, sup y'all, Pops, R3 just woke up not long ago, slept in. Well, hope you slept in good. But hello, Carlo and Papa Renzo. Dad just stepped out for a little bit. Got to see a man about a horse. Lotus said, Miami Vice. I want to start wearing some button-ups like that. Jane said, OBS, what's the rifle for then? Skinwalkers. OBS said, we have had some shady people out trying to F around. Couple druggies beat up a local farm hand, robbed his wallet, so we are armed with lots of big firepower now. Probably the best way to be. Lotus said, I'm coming to admit that I'm almost old. Yep. Jane said, hey, Carlo and Papa Renzo. Maria said, yes, old people. Nickel Pony said, hey, Carlo. Tabitha said, hi, guys. Happy Saturday. Hello, Tabitha. Happy Saturday to you. Lotus said, you can have the shirt. I'll take the Ferrari. Deal. I couldn't care less for a Ferrari. Mike said, Beth Googled it. Now she said it's press your luck. Oh, really? Okay. I just remember the weird, gremlin looking little shit. It was big money, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop! You could have like a whammy, a double whammy, a triple whammy. I mean, it's insane. Nickel Pony said, hello, Tabitha. Carlos said, sup, Nickel Pony. Tabitha said, hey, Nickel. Alexa said, it's 8 and 31. For Vigor said, are you Brain Hall, the strongest man on earth? Brian Hall. It's Shaw. Brian Shaw. But no. Lotus said, I'm going to drive that sucker for a week, then sell it. I'd sell that MF before I ever got it. I wouldn't want the taxes on it. Jenny said, hello there, you and I'm sunglasses are lots of bend down and touch my toes. I love to show you where the big boy goes. Oh my. Little and 4 said, hey R3, hello Little and 4, hope you're doing well. OBS said, I'll take my 98 Z71 Chevy 6.5 turbo diesel over for a Ferrari. I want a OBS like that. I like GMC. Most of the vehicles I own are GMC instead of Chevrolet. But I would like, I know they're identical. I know they are. I just like the GMC. I would like one with the 6.5 turbo diesel, standard cab long bed, full wheel drive, level it out, stock wheels, and some not super bubble looking wheels, but some mud tires on it. And I'd probably drive the piss out of that truck, especially if it had a 5-speed. Maria said all Americans have those glasses. Potentially. They're cheap welding glasses, but they do the job. They keep you safe. Just remember, start it, send it, fix it. Jenny said BRB. Okay. Carlos said sup Lotus. Lotus said Eddie Hall. Why did I say Shaw? I said Shaw. Other person said Hall. It's Hall. Hall. Yeah. Level 4 said R3 is tougher than a damn tree. God dang right. I told somebody that. They said, well, the tree put you in a chair for 4 months. I said, but I got to stand up again. That tree never will. Nickel Pony said facts, Lil and 4. Lotus said, I just want to sell it mostly. I don't fit in Ferraris. 1,000 cars I'd rather have. I understand that. I had my blood draw yesterday, and the nurse asked me which arm I wanted the blood draw done from. I said, doesn't matter, but one of them has a scar on the vein. Well, immediately you could tell her mind went straight to heron. I said, it's because I had an IV while I was in the hospital, and whenever they finally took it out of my arm, it was pussed up real bad, and pus was starting to go through the IV line. And she was kind of confused while I was in the hospital, so I had to explain all that to her. The story took longer than the blood draw. Jason said, I want an Aston Martin all done up like 007 would have it. That's going to be expensive. Lotus said, hey Carla. OBS said, I'm doing a GMC grill swap. You'll like my 98, but no effing leveling kits. I towed too much and I bomb-proofed my 6.5. Fixed all the problems they have. Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't be using it necessarily as a tow pig or anything like that. I got my 06 Duramax. And I've leveled my 06. And you could tell by leveling it, when you put a trailer on it, it's designed to sink down those 2 inches. So then it's sunk down, so I put rear airbags on it. Makes a world of difference while towing. Again, if you're just going to use it, don't level it. I'm all for it. I do like that the 4-wheel drive does sit moderately higher. But fixing the problems the 6.5 had, there was a laundry list of them, but if you use them for what they're for, they say upgrade to a Duramax radiator shroud and the fan that's on the Duramax versus the 6.5, and that alone does so much better for it. John said Chevy diesel. Lol. Yeah, the Detroit diesel. OBS said, John Glad, yup, I have a 6.5 that's been bomb-proofed and warmed up my LLY 05 GMC Duramax. Yep, I got the 06 LBZ. So I like them. Lotus said 2JZ swap the Genesis would be fun. That would be fun. Expensive, but fun. James said, I'm back trying to figure out why tornado sirens were going off. Something going on in southeast part of county. I'm not in the path. Y'all be careful up there. Looks like about 5 minutes north of my house got hit pretty hard with this storm we just had. Carlos said something Mike. Jason said expensive. Yes, but at least I can still dream. Well, there is nothing wrong with dreaming. Nothing. The people who stomp on your dreams, I hate that shit. Alright? I have so many dreams that I just cannot explain all of them. Alright? But if it wasn't for a dream and a slight little bit of stupidity, I would have never bought this building. The dream was to buy the building and YouTube would pay for it. By God, I bought the building before YouTube ever started monetizing us. And now we get a whopping $100 a month from YouTube. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, YouTube is far from paying for this building. But my father-in-law asked me a good question whenever I told him I was dreaming about buying this building. He said, if you buy that building and you don't ever make a dollar out of it, are you okay with it? I said, yes, sir, I am. He doesn't. He said, buy it. I said, all right. I bought it, and I enjoy it. Sometimes it's a little stressful because this is a very, very big dream. But, like you said, can still dream. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you got to wake up, but the best part is you'll still dream again. OBS said, I hate level trucks. I like rake. It's okay. Hey, it's just like the black wheels. I got the black and machined on my Duramax. Dad's got the black and machined on his Duramax. Everybody has different opinions. I like the way a level looks. Are they great for practicality? Not so much. They're designed to do it the way they are from factory. But again, everybody has their opinions. Nickel Pony said tornado sirens, creepy sound. We don't have them. We just kind of hope that either we're listening to the radio or listening to something that tells us there's a tornado coming. Otherwise, we just get ambushed. Lotus said, oh, great am I. There you go. Carlos said, hello, Jane. Jane said, no, you're okay, Lotus. Mike said, hi, Carlo. How you doing? OBS said, I'm about 550 horsepower in my LLY. I'll be pushing 270, 600 torque in my 6.5. That's just fine with me. That's exactly right. I got the tune in my LBZ for 550. And boy, she shits and gets. All right. Still gets 20, 25 miles a gallon. But you get your ass in a lot of trouble, get yourself hurt and or killed. But 270 and 600 torque out of a truck like that, yeah, no, that's good. All right, the world has lost their touch with how much horsepower 300 horsepower is when there's nothing to take your pedal away from you and there's no safety devices to save you when you're romping. And that diesel still break loose. Lotus said, funny you thought YouTube would pay for it. Yeah, no shit. I know when we were posting shorts real heavy, and we were looking up on the internet, the viewership we were getting, YouTube and the various different pages said that YouTube was going to pay us $500 a month for all the views we were getting on the videos that we were doing every once in a while and all the shorts we were doing. Boy, oh boy, did they lie. That's why I'm here to tell y'all. If y'all got a question about monetization and you ask me, you will get a straight answer. All right? We have 20 members the last time I checked. We've lost 5. We got 20 members last time I checked. $4.99 a month, plus, like minus taxes. That's where the majority of our money comes from. And remember, every live and every day we put up a video. So a little cent here, a little cent there will eventually add up to that $100 mark. That's why we've been monetized for a year and a month. And it finally took us that long to get enough money saved up that we finally said, let's buy Code Red. But yes, it's quite hilarious that I thought YouTube was going to pay the payment on a $200,000 building. Whoopsies. Mike said YouTube will pay for it with a bunch of laughing faces. No shit. Carlos said, I'm doing good, thanks, Mike. Just slept in this morning. How are you? I sleep in every chance I get, Carlos, so I understand that one. Mike said, good, just hoping tomorrow will be better. Take a deep breath, Mike. Some days are bad, and you just make the best out of them. I have felt like I look all day today, and that is like shit. Kind of hoping tomorrow is better, but like you said, just hoping. Jane said, there's a lot of people with YouTube dreams. I don't think YouTube is doing anyone any favors. Nope, they're not. All right? And it doesn't matter what these big creators put out or say anymore. They're going to stay big. And they don't want us to get any bigger. Carlos said, okay, Mike. Good to hear. Lotus said, they full of shit. Yes, they are. Just told them how whenever we bought this building, we were dreaming that YouTube was going to pay for the building. I said, boy, was I wrong. OBS said, yup, people don't realize back in the 90s, dualies were only rated to tow 9,000. The 6.5 diesel specifically nowadays, with all the mods, can handle 9K all day long, and the 6.5 beats the 5.9 in fuel economy. No shit. There ain't... I have heard a 5.9 with a decent tune on it that's not big meat lever hoovers and stuff gets high 20s. Damn, that would be insane. But technology's come a long way from 90s to now. So I wouldn't be surprised if you could really do a little bit with that 6.5 and make it do reliable stuff. Alexa said 10 and 32. Lotus retracted his message. Jane said, I remember when you got monetized. I remember it. It feels like an eternity ago. Because right after it happens, when the heart shit happened, then we had August, and then, well, the Lorax. Lotus said, my buddy Hybrid with 170,000 subs makes like 200 a month. I still don't understand how that works. I pulled it up one time. It was telling me how many views I was, or how much advertisers were paying per X amount of views on my videos. I cannot find that anymore. All right, but like Justin's live the other night, where he was playing that Binding of Isaac, ads were turned off. There was no donations on that, and he made, what was it, like $2.60, which is not a lot. Okay, it was a 4-hour live. $2.60 is not a lot whatsoever. But that's one of the most paid out videos and or lives we've gotten without donations. I don't understand how they factor it in. All right, whenever they were working on the Yukon Denali the other day, doing the oil change on it, it got like $1.40 with 20 views on it. But then I get a video with 60 views and it only gets 10 cents. It depends on what we're doing, how we're doing it, and I guess it depends on how the advertisers feel on what they pay. Do they share any of that information with us? Nope. But I have been told, do not rely on what YouTube pays you. Merch sales is what does it. I said, well, if I got to, if y'all are wanting shirts, I'm going to go to the Tractor Supply up the road, or I'm going to go somewhere, and I'm going to start buying shirts. We got some DTF transfers, DTF down to foot. I got some transfers sitting around. There's a couple people I need to send some shirts to. And if people are interested in it, I have a PayPal account set up now, and we will work on getting that information. It's not about making money and putting it in our pocket. It's about getting the money in, and we have an idea. We've not done anything with it yet, but we have an idea. All right. I just made another big purchase to get something else back on the road, so we're getting places. It's just taking a long time, and we're spending more than we're making, of course. But that's okay. Jane said, that's awful, Lotus. I second that, Jane. Nickel Pony said, hopefully R3 y'all get 100% of the $4.99, but I'm sure YouTube gets their cut. They do. Maybe I can check a little something real quick. Earn memberships.
That's why we don't beg for money. But if somebody's willing to donate it, don't nobody tell them not to.
Okay, so the key analysis of the last 31 days on our memberships on our channel is down 15% versus the previous 31 days. All right, because again, I told you we've had, what, 5 cancellations? All right, so we've lost $12. So the last 31 days off of memberships alone, we've made $71.04. Again, open book. You start doing the math, $4.99, you don't get 4 cents off of that. All right, it says members gained over the last 31 days is up 400%. Because we gained 5 members the last 31 days, it's because people are re-upping. We have lost some over the past month or 3, but 5 people have re-upped. Cancellations is up 600%. So it just told me we gained 5 members last 31 days, but now it's telling me we lost 7 via cancellations in the last 31 days, which is 600% more than it was the last 31. But if I check on who our members are, we did see the other day that there is a channel that is no longer active on YouTube, and it said the channel was deleted. I mean, like I said, we have 20 members right now, which is a lot for a little channel like this. But we're getting there. I understand that taxes come out. I understand it. But that's just information I can give you and that I'm going to be honest about. 11 in some words I don't know because it's in a different language said hi. Hello 11. OBS said my 96K 1500 6.5 got 28 miles to the gallon at 110 kilometers an hour. That's about 65 miles an hour. That is freaking good.
6.5 diesel?
Yep, turbo diesel out of a 96K 1500. 28 mpg at 65.
Stop?
No, he's done stuff like Duramax radiator, Duramax cooling fan, shroud, stuff like that. That's what he's saying. Put some like little, not upgrades, but like preventative maintenance stuff that made the 6.5 not so good.
Oh, okay.
Upgrade the parts that they always fail. That is, Nickel Pony's been a member for 8 months, instead of almost a year. And Carlo has been a member of the Silly Little YouTube channel for 12 months. So Carlo has officially crossed to the 1 year mark.
All right.
So thank the
Congratulations,
both,
of you.
thank you to everybody, okay? Again, YouTube's about you. We make the stuff, but we make it for you.
We would be doing what we're doing anyway.
Yep.
But we're just putting it on the channel for you guys, and it helps our motto out too, or our
Yep. It helps. Lotus said you make more on sponsorship and merch than views, and YouTube is bullshit. YouTube is bullshit. I did talk to a company that sells standard transmissions yesterday. Told him, at some point I'm going to call him, and I would like to talk about a potential partnership, because sponsorship is just give me free shit and I might talk about your stuff. No, partnership. And I said I'd like to have a conversation with you because I got a lot of vehicles around here I want manuals in. And it would be awesome if they do a partnership with us and I can try out a product or something. And as long as they're good at what they're doing, I will rep them. It's just like the Quick Performance rear gears. They got the Ford 9-inches, the 8.8s, the 7.5, 7.65s, 8.5s. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that they got. They sent us all those stickers, and I'm just over the moon that they listened to me and sent stickers to put on our cars.
Speaking of you telling them about my car,
I have not told them about your car.
I fucked up.
Daddy fucked up.
You know them new gears I bought?
Yeah, those new gears are new gone. Mike said, I think car channels are some of the lowest paid out there. I bet somebody sitting in front of the computer reading a children's story or people doing sleeping live streams probably get more money. I 100% agree, because they wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't working, because that's the only content they make. All right. I was talking to Justin the other day about a channel that we watch. It's Wildcat. He plays like video games. I have watched him since YouTube was just a wee lad. Whenever him, KYRSPA33, D20, D4, Vanos, all of them started. Wildcat has 8 million subscribers, 8.02, and he says in the last year he's lost 200,000 subscribers, but he's still sitting at 8 million. Making more money than we could ever dream about doing. What does he do? Play video games. Nothing's wrong with playing with video games. I would love to do it and get paid to do it, but the initial cost of a $100 game versus a $200,000 shop. I mean, whenever your biggest expense is a $100 game and a $3,000 gaming PC, come on now. OBS said, when I start making videos, YouTube can fuck off with their shit. I'll just post videos to show how to do paint and body and some LLY and 6.5 content. I could care less about algorithm.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
the
making
best
money
way to
off
be.
of you.
Yep, and that's the thing. When you're not monetized, you're still getting advertisements on your videos. You still will, but they're not paying you. YouTube is keeping 100% of that revenue from the ads. And I promise it is not paid us like it's supposed to be. YouTube's getting more out of it than us. Lotus said, yep, unless you're Cletus. Cletus, Vice Grip Garage, Weston Chaplin, Donut. I mean, there's, yeah. Mike said, car channels. Yeah. And that might be where we're messing up. We're listing our stuff as a car channel. I listed the music video that we put up today as a music video, and it's already at 19 views with 3 thumbs up, so not hardly any thumbs up, but that's ranked number 1 out of our last 10, by the way.
We got another one in the chamber too.
Yep. Lotus said, Mike, did you like my garden tiller? Lotus said, Vivo and looks like Fireball before you broke it. Carlos sent Vivo, Kane, the custom lift kit on the toilet, you sleeping, me sleeping, blown up piston, Fireball doing a burnout, hole in the oil pan, and Justina. Ronnie Gale said, do you like Allison Motors or Hemi? I didn't know Allison made motors. I know they make transmissions. Allison, though. I don't like Hemi. Carlos said, hey, Poppy. Nickel Pony said, how long have y'all been at this, R3? Since Thanksgiving Day of 2023. We have not hit our 3-year mark. And all the YouTubers talk about when you hit 3 years is whenever they got monetized. We got monetized in a year and a half. Carlos and BRB got a poop. Probably already back. Maria said, hey, how are you kids, R3? I never hear about them for too long. How is Madison? They're great. I don't bring Madison and the kids into the videos and talk about them very much. Madison doesn't want to be on camera. And there's a bunch of creeps in this world. But Allie has learned how to climb ladders without anybody around. And will climb the ladder into Addie's bunk bed and be up there jumping on the bed. So look forward to a broken arm at some point. Addie's doing great. She starts kindergarten in a couple days. So you'll be seeing me moving to a different job instead of going in at 7, potentially 10. We'll see. Madison, as far as I'm aware, is doing good. We talk every once in a while. I know we sleep right next to each other, but we talk every once in a while. She said that I do a lot more talking than she does. And she said she's okay with that. I said, well, fine. I'll stop talking to you. But, nah, she's good. Working more than she was a year ago this time. But she is charged. No, she is working more. She doesn't get called off anymore because she's charged. Yeah. But they're having Japanese tonight. It's damn big money. I had fried eggs. But they're doing good. I'm very proud of all 3 of them. Sometimes one of them just but I think that's just called being married.
Feelings mutual.
She tried to yesterday. Because, what was I eating? I was eating that steak from last night. I was eating it before I went to bed, and all you hear.
Oh, I can imagine.
She's like, will you fucking stop? I'm like, nope. And I just kept, she choked me out.
I don't blame you.
Nickel Pony said, hey, Miss Maria. Loda said, once you hit 100K and get verified sponsorship, we'll hunt you. Until then, nobody wants to give you a damn lick of attention. But as soon as you make it, then everybody wants to. They're going to ignore the fact they've denied you for so many times. And once you hit a certain level, yep. Jane said, what did you do? You'll have to remind me. Lotus had killed it already. I don't know. Vice Script, Booster Boys, Kyle, Junkyard Digs all live off YouTube. And that's the thing. Vice Script's doing a lot of high dollar shit. Booster Boys is. Junkyard Digs, that dude, he bought a shop like we did. I think his shop's close to the size ours is, and he's done a lot. I remember watching him before Junkyard Mook was ever a thing. Ronnie, I hope you find it. Maybe your uncle's got it in his mouth. OBS said, I hate Vice Script Garage. Fuck, is that redneck ever annoying? Mike said, Lotus, yes, when are you coming to till my garden? Lotus said, when you pay for the plane tickets. I don't think they'll let you put a tiller on the plane. You might have to just drive. DMS said, what's up, brother? Where's the rest of the gang? Dad's laying on the couch right now. Justin's in Charlotte. Lowland Force said, I'm building a cabinet from Missile Crate. It's looking pretty cool. That's awesome. Mike said, does music video count as watch hours? Yes. Every video you upload and every short you upload now counts toward watch hours. Watch your shorts though, because it might show 1,000 views tonight. When you wake up in the morning, it'll be down to 500. Don't know how they take watches away, but they do. Lotus said, also heavy luggage. That thing weighs 40 pounds. Yep. DMS said, you get a fresh haircut looking clean. I did. Got it yesterday before I come down here. I will tell you though, I need to trim my beard. Madison's already said that she's not going to be happy when I do it. Nickel Pony said, I'm off. Promised the wife I'd take her to the movies tonight. Mr. Unbreakable, Pops, the rest of the NDP crew. Have a great night. You too, Nickel Pony. Thanks for coming in. Enjoy the movie, buddy.
See you, Nickel Pony. Thank you.
Lotus said, if you're pulling your horn too much, it will fall off, Ronnie. That's also apparently why you got hair on your hands and why you can't see too good. HOA Karen said, how hungry are you? I just know the big ones apparently hurt. Matthew said, Matthew, hell yeah, hell yeah. Maria said, your dad is lying on the couch? Yes, yes, he is. And it's L-A-Y-I-N-G, laying. That's lying like, layer. But I'm not mad at you. English, not first language. Alexa said 11, 14, 32. Lotus said a 4-foot gas RC is a carry-on, right? Absolutely. As long as it's got a clock counting back from 60. Mike said, I don't think shorts counted toward watch hours, but my current one's supposed to have 1,700. I think it's been about 8 hours. So it was changed, 7, 8, 9 months ago? Where shorts now count. They're not counted identical as videos, but they are counted.
They were not when we.
Yeah,
got
they were not when we got monetized. Because if it was, we probably would have been monetized within a year.
'Cause we
We
got
did.
a lot of on shorts.
Yeah, we did 2-3 shorts a day, and I mean, you're talking each short was a couple thousand views. It did great.
But then we laid off of them, and I can't remember how to make them now.
They're a lot easier than regular videos, but it's okay.
I tried to get you to make one earlier.
I made one. I just hadn't uploaded it. You uploaded a music video today.
That don't mean you can't upload a short.
Lotus, you think I should upload that as a short? I mean, what should the title be? Matthew said, Matthew, hell yeah, hell yeah. Jane said, take care, Nickel. Carlos is back. Welcome back, Carlo. HOA Karen said, do you like cream pies? Maybe. Lotus said, LOL, the engine has blown up a few times. Carlos said, I'll give you a cream pie, Karen. Paul said, we don't need a backseat driver, bro, and said hi. No, we don't. Madison's home. We do not need a backseat driver. But I need a passenger print. Nope, I don't. If I say that, Madison and or Addie will beat me. You hadn't even liked the live on your phone. Shame on you.
I thought I hit it.
You're like number 33.
Oh, sorry. I thought I hit it when it come on.
He did
Must
not.
have paused it then.
I think that's what the case was. But I would like to say I think that when we hit 5,000 subscribers, I think that will help a little. Paul said if we like him to. It's just Tracy, do you have any more Mountain Dew? I do. It's sitting back there on the electric fireplace. Either Dad's about to get up and read or I'm getting to hand him a Mountain Dew. I don't like that cup. Maria said, okay, bye guys. Hope you have a good time. See you, Maria. Thanks for coming in. Sleep well. Paul said, yep, water bottles. Yep, this was for you, Chat GPT. Lotus said you can do a short and a video and get views and change the name, but a bit so it's seen as different, so you can link the short to the video as well as get more views. That's a good idea.
Fix it.
I hadn't uploaded a video for it yet.
Fix it.
Carlos, I'm drinking a zero sugar Monster Energy. I've never liked those things. Maria said, damn, R3, you finished all the water. Yep, that thing was full when I started.
You drinking the cold ones?
I did.
Bitch.
Lotus said 2 shorts at a time. We'll throw it off, though. I think that's where we freaked out the algorithm when I uploaded 68 at a time. Mike said, Yahoo! Mountain Dew. Paul said, well, so what you guys do? So, we do this every night, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we share what we do every day at the shop on videos every day. When the internet does right and the computer's not slower than me, we upload a video every day at 4 a.m. Alright? So, the video might be us working on the sign to go out front of my building here. The video might be fixing a rear end, unloading a Tahoe, loading a frame, mowing. You never know what we might be doing at Never Done Projects and never know where we might show up. So mind your P's and Q's, we might show up.
And you never know what might be sent to you.
Yeah, you never know. I sent a man a furry outfit and he still won't open it. Carlos said later, R3, I'm just going to go sit back on that couch right there and I'm going to show him how it's done. Lotus said, yeah, you blew up YouTube. Yeah. It's just Ray said, all right, tomorrow I need to buy groceries and I'll get more Mountain Dew. You're more than welcome to have some. Oh, I got 2 12 packs. I'm slowing down on them a tickle. But I might hold you to it if Justin comes back because he's going to drink them all. Lotus said I was hopeful it would work, but it looks like they all got low numbers. Yeah, I think most of them's less than 10. The actual short the dad recorded that Maria posted or sent to us got, what, 9 views? So, yeah, I freaked it out. OBS is laughing, and Paul said, you're maniacs or mechanics. We do run a tire shop. We do our own mechanic work, but we work full-time for the railroad. So that's your big kicker right there. We have many things going on our plate, and it's very full. But we're not giving up. That's the big thing. We're not giving up. I'll let you take over again. And hey, Paul, if you're new here, last year, September the 5th, I hit myself with a tree. I lived in town to town. Now all the Loraxes from here to China scared of me.
Did you do something with my glasses?
They're probably right there in the blood pressure cup, are they not?
Nope, I put them right there when I walked up the door. All right, where are we at here? Let's see, Lex said 16, 14. Lotus said one short a day seems to do the best. Lexa said 34. Jenny said black sunglasses. What you had on before would let you your dad wear them? Oh my God, it made my night if you did.
The blue sunglasses.
What blue sunglasses?
They're in the windowsill.
Paul said no mechanics fix Oz for a put
I'm
that
sorry, that was flipped out.
that way. What? James said I'm trying to catch up on all the videos from being gone last week. DeRay said welcome back, Pops. Thank you, DeRay. I had to move around. My lower back was hurting. I went down and sat on that couch for a few minutes.
Severe heat tomorrow will feel like 106.
And I don't think we're going to be able to take that sign apart. We're going to have to tape it off, paint it. The paint has dried on the letters and they're stuck. I'm scared it's going to break the V. So
yeah, we're
going to have to tape it and paint it and then put it back together.
Not ideal, but...
Lotus said, Jenny, could you stop being weird? It's weird. OBS said, that's my problem. I got my mobile equipment washing business and helping out at the farm, so I got a little time to make YouTube videos. Yeah, and you don't think it takes a lot. Of course, video and don't. You just turn the video camera on and remember it's on and talk to it, but it's when you go back and try to edit the videos. Now, like I said, some people do it with their phone and stuff and do a good job. I'm not complaining. I can't do that. I mean, I know that it looks like it'd be a lot easier, but we go through and cut and add and subtract and speed up and add music.
I make a 30-minute video with 2 to 3 hours of recording footage.
So, I mean, you know, and like I said, I like the videos that the people's putting out. They do on their phones. It's just that it's not for us. But and I enjoy making the videos. I'm not as good at it as Randy. I mean, he does a lot with the buttons that I don't know nothing about, but I do enjoy it. Jane said, Lotus, she's looking for that daddy figure. Lotus said, farming videos do great, OBS. Jenny said, Lotus, leave me alone. Lotus said, why?
No,
Leo said, what is the whitest thing you have done?
Probably a cup of sugar.
I don't know. Last week I went out to get milk and I come back.
God dang.
Christopher said, shame!
Cancel!
Christopher said, hope all is well, guys. Jenny said, not going to listen to you, Lotus. Not my mom or dad. Jenny says, leave me alone. Lotus said, I'm glad I'll be disappointed if I was. Marlon said, Union Pacific, bro. Woohoo!
We are technically CSX NS bastard child.
Yeah, we CSX and NS both on us.
We are a short line, but run off of CSX rules and regulations.
Mike says, I spent 5 hours today editing on a 10-minute video. I'm thinking my editing skills need improvement.
Remember, Mike, that intro that I made of the Welcome to Never Done projects with the actual clips took me 2.5 hours. And it was 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Christopher said, cup of sugar. Leo's laughing. Jenny says, do one bully Lotus, leave me alone.
You know, I wanted to say something about the whitest thing I've ever done, but it would definitely not go over well.
Marlon said, stay safe, brothers. You too, Marlon. Thank you for coming in. Lotus said, stop hitting on married men.
Well, hell, the wife does that enough.
OBS said,
Not physical. My bad.
OBS said, if I decided to buy an AMG 6.5 crate motor quad star performance. Read this for a second. What?
Yeah. I ain't even got my shoes on. Let's see here. If I decide to buy that AMG 6.5 crate motor quad star performance, says they will sell me a HO injection pump and big turbo injectors to get my 98.65 up to 500 horsepower to piss off the haters. Woohoo! That'd be cool as shit. A 6.5 with 500 horsepower sound like it's chewing on rocks. Hell yeah. It's just a race, and everyone in the live stream have a nice and good evening and happy Saturday to all. Take care, and talk to you both later. I'll be praying that things will be good on Monday for you both. Thank you, DeRay. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for the prayers and for watching. Leo Lee said, I think I know what Randy is going to say. Maybe. Jenny said, the man and son on screen, Lois, can absolutely take banter, and they've got a good sense of humor, so back off and leave me alone. I'm only having joke with two lads. Just leave me alone, I'm asking. Things okay?
Yeah, it's still good trouble.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. When they coming to get it?
Mark 10.
Huh. No shit. Cool.
You get the good luck with them coming back. I mean, you know, we always have them, I'll be back, but
Yeah, no shit.
alright, where you at?
I just read where Jenny was saying leave her alone because she's just making a joke, and I'm right there at Maria, said both of their wives hit them.
Right here.
Yeah.
Alright, Jenny said, you nicely back off. Mike
Be nice to
says,
each other.
yeah, and remember everybody, we're all grown adults, we're all friends here. We don't need to attack each other. I take it with a grain of salt. For starters, I know she's a lot of smoke, no big deal, and I think she's very far away. So, I mean, it's nice to be wanted. Thank you, Jenny. It makes me feel good. But no, don't be mean. Mike says
Don't
you
make
have
that
to.
face when you read my comment.
That's right. Don't make that face when you read that comment. Mike said you have to jump through a bunch of hoops to keep people interested. It's not like you can just throw a video out, just their viewer won't catch it over 30 seconds. Well, I think we did better when we were just being ourselves, trying to
Doing
do
a video
stuff
once a week would do a really good job.
instead of trying to make content for people. And
We're listening
now-
to too many people.
Randy just said do a video a week. I don't like that. I
I'm
do
thinking
like
of doing
the
like
video.
a video a week of something that's like more of like a mechanic type thing instead of just daily life.
Well, I like the daily life. That's why I started, for me, for what I was wanting to do. So I mean, you know, we started going. The channel was not necessarily started for cars and stuff like that. It was started for what I do for an everyday life and my stories, which I know, Lotus, before you say anything, I can't never remember them when we're on live. So I do want to keep up with the daily, but we got to get better footage of what like for instance, I've not forgot about it, Lotus. I do want to get the Volvo in here and take the head off to see how much damage is done. I'm hoping Justin keeps coming, and with the three of us here, we can settle in and start doing stuff. Danny with the capital D said just at a seafood bowl, that toilet better pray.
That sounds delicious. When do I get leftovers?
Jane said he's fixing to leave you some.
Yeah.
Jane said take care of DeRay. Did DeRay say she was leaving?
Yes.
All right, see you, DeRay, if you're still in here. Christopher said, did my annual trade in yesterday, F-150 and Grand Cherokee again? Jane said, yum, Justin, I love seafood boiled. Leo says, a little racism isn't bad. Too much is bad. Though just like a little bit of brown sugar to your cooking. OBS says, I love 6.5 diesels. Going to make some 6.5 content, I think.
Hey, he said that if he buys that crate motor, there's a performance place that'll sell him like a big turbo and injectors and all. 500 horsepower, 6.5.
Well,
That'd
it's
be
funny.
Freaking awesome.
It's funny you say that because I found a camper that I was wanting to buy because I wanted the generator off of the camper to go onto this thing, and it's got a 6.5 diesel in
I
it.
thought it was a 6.2.
I'm thinking it's a 6.5. Now I may
If
be
it's
wrong.
a 6.5, it's worth putting into a vehicle. But if it's a 6.2,
Which one come first?
The first one was a 6.5. I'm talking about the one that's right up the road from your house.
I'm talking about which one. The
6.2
earliest.
came first. Because the 6.5 was all the way till they introduced the Duramax.
I'm about sure it's a 6.5. I could be wrong.
Let me look it up if they put it.
Let's see. Leo says equal rights, equal lefts, in my opinion. Carlos says I didn't like brawls. They are smelly and full of pus. Oh God.
So they both were in it.
OBS says the 6.2 was the first. I may be wrong. I think it's 6.5 because I'm thinking it's the same thing. Isn't that what's in Sean's truck?
That's what's in Sean's truck.
But I'm
But what
thinking
was
it's
in
the
the
same
Blazer?
thing as what's in the. No, the camper.
Yeah, but what was in the
The Blazers was
Blazers
6.2.
was a 6.2.
Yeah,
Sean's truck's the 6.5.
yeah. I don't know. I know it's diesel, but I think it's
Talk to me
6.5. Yeah, because they were a little bit higher than I wanted to give, but and also we were trying to get ready to go to that trip. OBS says, but you could get a 6.5 non-turbo, but all my 6.5s are turbo and non-stock. Jenny says, I didn't mean anything by it. Should a guy on a screen in an orange top? I was only having a bit of batter. I know you can take a joke. I didn't mean it offensively, and if I ever step over the line, you got my apologies. But I just thought you had a good sense of humor. I do. It don't bother me. I mean, like I said, I know there's no harm, no foul, no big deal. You haven't bothered me. 7 people in here, 34 thumbs up. Now, like I said, it's not like you were pulling up out here in the parking lot, shooting a line of shit or nothing. I don't remember where you said you're from, but I think you're pretty far away from here. Carlos said, okay, Poppy, R3 got to go. Y'all have a great evening. Peace. Love you guys. See you, Carlo and Papa Renzo. Y'all have a great day.
Who's going?
Carlo.
See you, Carla. Is Craigslist still a thing?
I guess. I ain't been on it forever. OBS says, I've been busy washing farm equipment and machinery this past week. Then burning the midnight oil in my shop in the evening painting, so took a lazy day today. Sometimes you got to take a day for yourself.
I understand taking a lazy day, buddy.
Jane says, I'm not looking in your window. I thought that said winners. Windows. I'm not looking in your windows. Good, because this one's all wooded up. Might get splinters.
Yeah, there's still vehicles over
Jane says, take care, Carlo and Papa Renzo. I know it slowed down here at the end, but it pretty well was upbeat live, if you ask me. Let's see. OBS says I run a mobile pressure washing rig. It's got a diesel boiler, and making a killing with that rig pays way better than paint and body work. So only doing paint and body for myself.
Damn.
Like I said, you said something about that the other day. I'd love to have that diesel boiler for that hot pressure washing. So I guess you'd call it steam Jenny. I think's what we call it. I'd love to have one. Antonio said, by chance, hi, you look, how are you? I'm doing well, Antonio, and hope you are too. Jane says, I have been known to chase down a YouTuber who spotted in town. I heard about that.
I've heard about that.
OBS said I could do a walk around my enclosed mobile washing rig. Yeah, you should. Like I said, videos, post everything. Somebody will watch. Might not make a bunch, and you never know. It may be on the channel for a year and then take off. We still got a video of the kids on the tube on the water. Still gets a lot of views. Pixel said the red head cushion looks like ears or horns. And bye. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, there's only one person's coming there that didn't like it, but everybody else thought it was kind of funny, and I did too. Well, there it is. OBS said, yeah, I deleted all my videos a while back when struggling with depression, but now I see a shrink. I don't know. That might be one of my problems. Usually, a lot of times when Randy's depressed, I talk to him. When I'm depressed, he talks to me. We kind of talk to each other. I don't know. I've never went and talked to a shrink. I don't know how that would be. I talk too much anyway of telling all my problems to people. Jane said Adam has my number under Stalker Jane in his phone. OBS said all good now. Good, I'm glad. And I will say this. There's ways to get a hold of us if you really, if you ever need a person to talk to. You send us email or we got our shop phones everywhere. Don't ever feel like you're by yourself. I've been there when I felt like I was by myself, and it's not good. If I can help you out, anybody, if I can help y'all out and y'all need somebody, let me know. Beth said breakfast live tomorrow.
We'll see.
I don't know, Jane. Jane. I don't know, Beth. I know I can eat eggs, but for the next 2 weeks, I can't eat sausage and bacon.
Yeah, we better be careful with bacon. That's definitely not.
I will have to ask my new friend if I can eat pancakes, but I got to look out for all my sodium intake for the next 2 weeks and what time I'm eating. So I don't know, Beth. I like to do it, and also I just found out somebody's supposed to be here around 10 o'clock to pick up a trailer that is for sale out here. So. I don't know.
Wait, so your trailer or sold the livestock trailer?
Livestock. That was
no
Daddy.
shit, okay.
Don said, hello, sir. It's 1:50 a.m. where I am at, and the local crackheads are arguing. Well, where are you? And tell the crackheads to mind their damn business and leave you alone. OBS, I look forward to seeing my shrink. Love it. I can bitch and complain, and it's all confidential. There you go.
Just be careful, because there is such thing as a mandatory reporting. I learned that the hard way. Now I can't vote.
Oh, you lie. Tell a damn lie. OBS says, but y'all, I'd love to chat on the phone sometime. We got a few people that calls every once in a while and talks. James said, OBS, how old are you?
Big and strong.
Oh, this OBS says I'm 35.
Just think, 8 years ago I had nothing. Now I got Madison, our kids, 2 mortgages, anxiety about providing for them, stress, and endless bills. All because of Max.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's see.
My
James
biggest
says,
flex is someday my kids will be like, let's call my dad. He'll know.
James said, do what?
My biggest flex will be someday my kids will say, let's call my dad. He'll know how to
Yeah.
do it.
James said, we are Pop Shrink. That's right. And said, OBS, it seems like you have your plate full for a young person. Hang in there, kiddo. That's right. Nobody really listens to you after 35 years old anyway.
Motherfucker, you used to tell me that at 25.
I mean, you know, your fallopian tube in your middle of your head don't develop until you're 25. So.
By God, at 18 you can sign up for the military and go die for some dumbass politician.
I know, and you can drink at 21, but your brain not fully
Your frontal
developed yet.
lobe is not fully developed till you're 25.
Let's see. Brookside Farm said, "How's it going? It's going great. I hope it is for you." OBS said, "My shrink is also a hottie. I don't got fuck all at 35. No house, tools, and I own lots of trucks, and my mobile washing business is definitely a penny." Well, all that you just said, you got money and stuff like that. That's good.
Doing good, buddy.
Doing good. James said, by the way, I'm an old grandma with kids your age. I'm older than dirt and babysit Jesus. LOL. YD Ozark said, when we involve others in spontaneous acts of kindness, we go from being strangers to being an untitled team connected at a different level. So don't forget to leave a like, sub, and stay hydrated. I like that. Thank you. You're exactly right. When and you do things just out of curiosity and don't expect the back pat. It's always good.
And generosity.
That's right.
And if I shared my internal monologue with y'all, then y'all become witnesses. And some could say that you would be called, accomplices.
Ozar said, cheers, everyone. Hope the day is well. Hope it is for you, too. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
OBS said, worth a penny, I meant. I knew what you meant. James said, Ozark, that's awesome. Thanks. Demon said, do you like the Chevy step sides? I used to not, but I do now. I'd like to have one.
I still don't like
James
step
said, complete. I don't know what she's trying. I don't know. That might be what you're trying to say. I don't know. But let me get over here to this.
It has come that time again!
Ozark said, just remember everyone, eyes are not in the back of your head, so don't look to the past. With them in front, look forward to what is ahead, and always find a way to make it enjoyable. That's exactly right. I love those sayings. OBS and I don't like step sides. YD said, just got out of this 105 James says, stay safe out there, Ozark. Right on your way out the door. You're joining the members wall. Members wall. For $4.99 a month for the whole world to see your name. $4.99 a month for the whole world to see your name. Do something today. You can smile about tomorrow. Remember to do something today. You can smile about tomorrow. James said, take care, family. Have a great night. OBS thumbs up. Russell always. Have a great night. Again, Beth said, good night, guys. And remember, y'all have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this. And remember, keep it silly. Thank y'all.
Thank you.